and welcome to the Demo Dive, where I dig through Steam's demo tags to sort the trash from the treasure. I'm CB, and I have had a change of mind since my announcement of Dusk Punk as tonight's demo. For those looking forward to it, apologies, and I will pick it up on Wednesday, assuming my human-coded day job doesn't eat my head before then. But I did overtime on Saturday, a lot of overtime, so there's a good chance that it'll be okay, I think, I hope, fingers crossed. Anyway, I have a really good reason to have switched, and that reason is called Joshua Allen Deutsch. If you don't know that name, I totally understand. I know him because he's in the writing credits of a fair few games. I know him primarily from The Secret World, but he's also written for a couple of Conan games and Assassin's Creed Odyssey, not to mention work on Vampire the Masquerade, the TTRPG format, a few ARG guerrilla ad campaigns, whole lot more. He's a great writer and should be listened to, and he's actually very nice to the people who follow him on the thing. So when I tripped over a social media post of his recommending a demo that was already in my demo collection and waiting to be played, I figured that was the universe telling me something. So to wind down from yesterday's D&D session, we go to more D&D. This in the more old school art style and dungeon crawl mentality of the game than I normally go for. Look, our cleric carries a great axe and a miniature griffin as an omen channel. Our rogue is an atheist who is dating the cleric and gets paladin powers from an archfey. Our paladin went Pact of Celestial Warlock kind of by accident while trying to save a woman who wasn't technically her girlfriend yet and is now her wife. Our sorcerer's only gender identity is either nervous or fairy dragon habitat. Our bard turned into a bunny daily for about a month. Our fighter is basically an isekai transfer from Ravnica, and our ranger is probably the closest to a normal D&D character, if such a thing exists. That's not even counting where they basically collect NPCs like Pokemon. My style of running is either yes and or no but, and it always goes fairly mental. I don't do much in the way of dungeon crawls, is what I mean to say. So, let's see if I can handle being on the receiving end of a dungeon crawl. Can't be any worse than my first GM, who was running less a railroad and more a Pirates of the Caribbean ride at Disney World, and started disliking me for a lot of reasons, up to and including my basically having pulled what my sib from another crib calls a full Henderson on his canon-accurate plot. Look, you parade gunpowder-toting enemies past a character who carries flintlock pistols and has had enough of everyone's bullshit, and you deserve what happens next. Anyway, sitting comfortably? Good. Then we'll begin. One thing I did notice was that there's very little in the way of options. All you really get is... no, there you go. There's actually master volume. Oh, good, I can actually turn that down. I don't know why they didn't put... Why it was just options and then graphics display. I don't know. That could have been worded better. I know they probably want to do as few menu items as possible, but that feels like an awkward way to do it to me. Let's see what we got.
Nestled in the shadow of its imposing, now abandoned keep, sits the dwindling riverside village of Weepstone. But things were not always so. For in times gone by, a man from the east, known only as Raal, grew to power, waging a relentless campaign westward. After crossing the mountains into the kingdom of Talesworth, he established his seat of power and constructed a stronghold from which to oversee his lands. He called this stronghold Weepstone Keep. Many wondered what compelled this mysterious and seemingly unstoppable warrior to end his bloody campaign in this place. But the years were good to Weepstone and its people, their harvests unfailingly robust, and their industries the envy of neighbors both near and far.
I sense fishiness.
However, Raal would not live forever, and upon his death, his lands passed to his eldest son, Byron, and thus began the troubled times. Long past are the seasons of plenty for Weepstone and its people, whose fields now sit barren, the people forsaken by the good fortunes they once took for granted. To the astonishment of many, Byron abandoned Weepstone Keep for a modest manor on a hill near the town, and forbade anyone to return to its halls.
Okay.
Now the town barely survives, mostly as an unwelcome stop along a trade route used by merchants too impatient to travel the hospitable roads of the south. Only the trapped or the desperate continue to call this bleak place their home. Our story begins here, on a night of ill omen, as the people of Weepstone have been called to the tavern for reasons unknown.
Okay.
Good people of Weepstone, I've summoned you here to discuss a matter of grave importance. My brother and your lord, Byron, has fallen ill. He is rarely conscious. His nights are fraught with fevered dreams and terrible nightmares. The healers know not what ails him. In his half-waking state, he mumbles incoherently of Weepstone Keep, the castle that our father built, our childhood home. I can only hope that it is there where answers may lie. Are there any among you willing to delve into that forsaken place to find the source of Byron's torment? I will not lie. There is undoubtedly great danger waiting for any who venture there, in the form of both man and beast. While the keep and its contents have been forbidden since our exile, I hereby decree that any brave enough to take on this task may enter, explore, and importantly, keep what they may find within its walls. Who among you will take up this duty? I need 6 volunteers. Please, I would rather not have my hand forced to choose.
Okay. What do we have? So we get to choose our party. That's interesting. Look at the cutie with the lute. Kaylin Quinn, musician, unavailable in demo. Okay. Future class cleric. In fact, he's shockingly smart. Huh, interesting. Tugger Barnes thief. So who is available? And Tugger Barnes is not available in demo. The kid. No one's sure where the kid is from. He's never spoken a word to anyone. Only those new to town would be unwise enough to leave anything valuable unattended when he's nearby. How is elf a class? Starla has known the day she would die since she was a child. At least that's what her cultist parents taught her. She ran away to avoid being the ritual sacrifice and maybe avoid her fate. So we have 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Della Graham. In her youth, Della was a housekeeper for Lord Byron's father, Rel, at Weepstone Keep. She now spends her time gardening with her husband, Egbert, and is known affectionately as Ma Della to the children of the town. Egbert Graham. Egbert once served as the cook for Lord Byron's father at Weepstone Keep. He loves only 2 things, his wife Della and a perfectly cooked meal. Though mostly retired, he's been known to dust off his knives for a feast day. Future class magic user. Let's see, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the rest are unavailable in demo. So I have my choice. Technically.
It is beyond me to make this choice. This path has already been chosen for me.
Okay. What's the key?
I'll go. I'm not as young as I once was, but maybe my years at the keep will be of some help.
Where you go, I go. I love. You know that.
How is dwarf a class?
I said I would stick to plows and horseshoes. But I still know how to swing a hammer. I'll go.
And so the unlikely party set out for the keep.
Okay,
arriving at
that's
the
kind of
gates
neat.
just as the evening light began to fade.
Oh, this is a headache waiting to happen.
The party lifts with their combined might, but can do little to move the steel portcullis. There must be another way.
Okay, so weight needs to go on stone statue.
One can only assume the formidable visage on this statue is Rahl himself. The left hand holds a small shield, while the right hand holds a lion-headed scepter. The arm seems to be designed to act as a lever, and is already in the down position.
Yeah, I'm trying to move it up.
The arm seems
Yes,
to be
I got that part. Fine, be that way. Huh. Oh. Pick up. Wait, I was trying to give it to this thing.
One can only assume the formidable visage on this statue is Rahl himself. There seems to be something missing from this statue's hand, as though it's meant to grip an object. The scepter snaps it.
When interacting with objects, you can change which character is doing the interacting. Thief Kid. Let's change. Some characters are better. Yep. Search for cats. The kid. Yeah, ability. Oh, that's an interesting dice. Yeah, ability tester based on a character attribute's wisdom or strength. The character must roll under a percentage based on the difficulty of the check. For example, is there a 30% chance of success, they must roll 30 or less. Sometimes the roll is done in private by the dungeon master, so the player will not know if they succeeded or failed. Ah, needle trap. At least I checked. Pull arm. Usable items. To use them, right click in your inventory, press use. Okay. Okay. The other options are 2 wooden doors. We'll go left. Press M to see a map of your location. Let's see, okay.
This stately but smaller hall seems to have served as a gallery of sorts. Crumbled detritus of carved busts and toppled plinths lie in shambles across the floor. The only remnants that hint at the original grandeur of this place are the large tapestries that still hang on the opposing walls, dominating the space. Before you spans a great mural dominating the entire stretch of wall. A man, most likely Rahl himself, sits astride his great warhorse. He brandishes an outstretched sword at the body of a fallen foe, flanked by his imposing host. Painted in the mural that spans the length of this side of the hall is the silhouette of a man standing in front of what looks like a calm pool of water. Though at first it appears to be merely a pool in a cavern.
Yeah, see? There's fishy. Prosperous and all of that. Prosperous and all that, but like with the fishy. Okay. Check my map. Oh, I went a little farther than one would have expected. I'm seeing no creatures, no traps. Ah, yes, I see. I was wondering when I was going to start backtracking. Stairs.
This door is locked and won't budge.
Oh. No. Okay, well we can't get in there. We don't have a key. And the kid doesn't seem to have lockpicks. Nobody seems to have lockpicks. Door?
The large forge at the center
forge,
of the
hello.
room seems long dormant, but the smell of coke and coal still permeates every inch. Crates, barrels, and scattered ashes are scant reminders that this was once the beating heart of the keep.
Okay. No, I don't have an item. So I need to look for an item. Probably to make a key of some kind. Steel ingot. Okay. Where would a steel ingot go?
You lean in, lighting the forge with your torch.
Use item. And fan.
The forge begins heating up as you pump the bellows, but the embers remain quite cold.
Okay, so how do we heat up things up? I mean, generally you're just supposed to start.
As more air pumps into the forge,
okay.
The forge is as hot as it's going to get. The heat feels good in this cold, forgotten place. As
Yep. Wait, I guess I should. So I need to get it out somehow, but I missed the instructions. Ah!
filthy, disheveled man holding a knife cowers in the corner while eyeing you cautiously. Makeshift bedding and various personal effects lie in disarray. The smell is pungent.
What are you lot doing in here? Well, it's been raining of late. Old creek needed to get me head dry.
There have to be safer places than this to do that.
Aye, that there are. Would that I were welcome in them. I'm not welcome in town as such, on account of my, dark past.
What kind of dark past? We've all got interesting histories, old man. What did you do exactly? No need to explain. Surely it's fine. You seem to know your way around this place. Would you like to add your sword to our party? This is a long shot, but you're not somehow a ghost or the reincarnation of Rawl, right? Well, we've all got histories.
Shame
Uh-huh.
What can I say? But I've been exiled near on 20 years now.
Insight check. Insight check. Insight check.
No, would that I were. Old Raw never had to sleep on musty straw and lap up rainwater to slack his thirst. Sure, if you'll have old Crick.
I don't know why I have to have Krieg joining the party, but I apparently do. What is this? I still want to know how I'm supposed to get... Oop. To move a character in your party, first press up C to bring the character sheet. Click the move button to initiate swap and choose which character you'd like to swap with. Okay, I'm looking for the move button, but I'm not seeing it. Ah, move button. Alignments are either law, chaos, or neutral. Not good or bad, particularly. I should probably be able to take something out of that, but apparently not. Well, I'll figure it out if I'm meant to, I suppose.
The smith's quarters are Spartan and humble, but must have once been a comfortable respite from the heat and ringing of the forge after a long day's labours.
Okay. Oh.
Daft blasted idiot. I just can't seem to keep my head on straight anymore these days. What?
Reforge the armory key for the third time this year. Pick up. Key mold, right. Anything else of particular interest in this room? Ooh, blacksmith's hammer. Now you've got a sword for your main hand. I'll give you a hammer for your main hand. You should be fine with that. Okay, great. Good, fine. Back to the forge. I know what I'm doing now. Use item. Key mold. Pick up steel ingot.
As the ingot begins to melt, the steel slowly oozes into the mold. After a few minutes, the newly forged key is just barely cool enough to handle.
Now I can go into that locked room.
This door is locked and won't budge.
Watermelon stone. Use item. Small key.
Your entrance startles the large, scuttling creature that seems to have been nibbling on...
Rust monster!
It rears up in surprise, emitting an eerie, chittering noise.
First we will roll initiative to see who goes first. Your dice are black and the enemy's dice are green. Your party is arranged in up to 3 rows, front, middle, and back. Characters using melee weapons can only attack enemies directly in front of them. Reach weapons, e.g. spears, can attack up to 2 rows away, and ranged weapons can attack at any distance. Click your melee weapon to attack. Now choose an enemy and a d20 will be rolled. Some results must be higher than the enemy's armor class to hit. Some modifiers may be added, such as strength or weapon bonus. Okay. Clicky. Okay. This character is not in the front row, but they have a close range weapon equipped. They'll need something with reach. I've added a spear to the party inventory. Click Use Equip. Choose the main. Okay. Changing equipment uses a character's action. Now close the inventory screen. If there's nothing in range to attack, you can right-click or press Escape to cancel target action. What is that exactly? Oh, it's daggers, I think. Ah, you can attack. Attack rolls must meet or exceed the defender's armor class in order to hit. Ooh. Tatum's rusty dagger is destroyed by corrosion. Okay. Double clicking an in-range enemy is a shortcut for attacking them with your equipped weapon. Goodbye, rust monster. Continue.
The earthy smell of rusting metal and leather gone to rot fill this chamber that clearly once served as an armory. Mouldering armor and rusting weapons sit in chaotic piles, strewn without care and long forgotten.
See if there's anything I can...
These weapons have been corroded beyond use by the iron belly's fetid bile.
The iron bellies? Huh. There you go. You at least now have a dagger. Nothing of use there, so what happens if I pull this lever?
A grinding noise, followed by the sound of metal scraping on stone.
Hello.
Deep within the keep.
I don't know what I just switched on, but let's hope it's better than some of the stuff I have tripped over in this ridiculous keep. Map. Yeah, that was the kiln, and I don't really know what we're doing from there. Let's make sure I know what I'm doing. Yeah, no, that's the forge. Nothing else in there to be doing. So if I keep heading in that direction, I should find something interesting, potentially. Yeah, I mean, the whole... Oh, okay.
The party lifts with their combined might, but can do little.
Oh, that's probably what that lever was for.
There must be another way.
But yeah, this whole chiaroscuro thing they've got going on is...
This door is not locked, but it refuses all attempts to open it. No discernible sounds come from beyond the door. You attack the door, but fail to cause any significant damage.
Okay, that's bizarre. What else is down here? Besides a headache waiting to happen.
This door is wedged shut by the damp and refuses to open, despite your best efforts. Your weapons and inexperience do little to harm the stout door.
Tatum Carlo throws himself at the door, attempting to force it open. Damn. Okay. Okay.
Your weapons and inexperience.
So no, we're not getting that place through. Okay, fine.
A foul odor pervades the
Uh.
place. A smell so heinous it is beyond description. A sitting board runs the length of the far wall with 3 openings. Despite the buzzing flies, you hear the faintest sound of rushing water that seems to be coming from the farthest hole.
Yeah, okay, but I'm a little more concerned about what looks like blood stains. But I mean, I'm hoping blood stains, because
Peering into the opening shows a drop that leads out of sight and into absolute darkness, farther than any sane person would attempt to climb, unless, of course, they wished for certain death. You hear the sound of rushing water coming from below.
yeah, maybe not.
Spartan beds and matching foot chests hint at this room's use as a barrack of some kind. The ravages of looters and time have been unkind, leaving it in shambles. A makeshift structure built from bed frames dominates the rear of the chamber.
This is where I start going, yeah, frankly... No, she's got a sling, she's okay. He's got a spear, he's okay. Oh no, he's got... nope. Loaded teddy bear? I'll hold on to you for the time being. But yeah, no, this is... Ooh, good. Somebody got a sling. No, you... And... I'll give you a sling, keep you, like, off the front line. But yeah, there's no character to this.
The sound of small boots disturbs the quiet of the room as small figures burst forth from the haphazard barricade. They brandish crude weapons and seem particularly intent on defending their hideout.
Oh, great. Oh, great. And they attack first. I'm gonna get my butt kicked by goblins. Or maybe not, because they're rolling like shit. Oops. Okay. Oh, good. They've got shit AC, too. And next to no hit points. Oh, my little zealot is Oh, Craig, you are unfortunate. Oh, still out of range, huh? Okay, pass. Really, kid? Thankfully, your weapon is bullshit, so that's fine. Ooh. Do we get, like, short rests or some shit? That would be great. And I think... Oh, no, you're in range. Magic scrolls are single-use items. Once used, the written spell vanishes. Arcane spell scrolls can only be used by magic users and elves, because apparently elves is a class now. Divine scrolls are used by clerics. Your party members start as unskilled, level 0 common folk. Their true classes and abilities remain dormant until they reach level 1. However, since this character has arcane potential, elf or magic user, they can use arcane scrolls at level 0. I've added a magic missile scroll to your inventory. Use it by right-clicking it on your inventory and choosing use items. Now choose a target. Oh good, you actually rolled worth shit. Sort of. Okay, so what was in their hideout that they were so keen on us not seeing? A +1 dagger. Nice. Okay. And there's the other iron lever. Great.
A grinding noise, followed by the sound of metal scraping on stone, echoes from deep within the keep.
Okay. I just need to remember where that bloody portcullis was.
This door is not locked.
Oh yes, that one. Right. Yes. No.
A large, barren courtyard opens before you, complete with mature trees and cobblestone walkways. As you cross the threshold, a sprinkling of pebbles and dust rain down from above.
Kobolds. That's a lot of kobolds. Hello. I am apparently... This is exactly the kind of D&D I don't like to run. I don't have characters so much as I have, like, character sheets and combat. Did I just throw that D4 at the kobold's face? I just gotta keep throwing them to hit the kobolds. It's kind of great. Oh, and you guys have moved ahead. How convenient. Thank you. You, sir, roll like shit. Okay, no, you're out of range. Pass. Okay, kid. Do what you got. Oh, he's not doing so good. Okay. And we don't have access to stats. What the ever-loving fuck is this? Okay.
You there? Who are you that dares enter this sacred place? Truly, I'm surprised the ignorant fool still lives. I would see you clearer. Come closer. Now. It would be rude to not introduce myself to guests. I am Laronia, the ever-faithful. You say you've come on behalf of Byron. How does he fare? Still a craven, I presume?
You speak of him familiarly. Do you know him?
I know him well, as he does me. I don't know that he speaks of me often, though.
Sorry, can't say we've heard of you.
I am untroubled by what fools do not know, but they make such bad company. Time to remedy that.
Well, I'm gonna die. A quizzical smile forms on Starla's face in her final moment, as though she finally knew the answer to a long-pondered question. The party sees the life of a young woman flash before them, all leading to this moment. Unfortunately, death is not unusual in the lands of Weepstone, and believe it or not, it's not all bad. When the people of Weepstone die, they convey otherworldly boons called mortal favors upon their friends and loved ones. Each character has a unique mortal favor. They vary wildly, and little is known of their origin or cause. Once per combat, the party may re-roll one to hit or damage roll result. Okay. No, I'm good. These you jackass things are... Duh. At least it wasn't a 1 this time. really should have given him a... Actually, move. I can move him up there. Yeah, you're gonna murder this guy. Not quite. Oh. And in fact did no damage. Okay. That's not what's supposed to happen. Fuck. You cannot roll for shit, sir. Really? Sucks when the dice are against us quite this much. Come on, Egbert. Thank you.
I must have misinterpreted the omens. Today, he calls for me. It matters not. I am only a servant in his grand designs. It has already begun.
And with that, the spark of life fades from the mad priestess, leaving behind naught but a dead-eyed rictus.
Okay. Well, actually, it's just as well that it ended there. It had about exuded my patience. It's a mace, Smeagol. It's a mace with its head carved into a skull. And yeah, no, I mean, if you like this kind of very linear dungeon crawl, I can see this being the game for you. As I mentioned at the beginning of this, I run a very, very different style of game. To do the summary that I started this with, our cleric carries a great axe and has a miniature griffin as an omen channel. Our rogue is an atheist who is dating the cleric and gets paladin powers from an archfey of mischief. Our paladin went back to the celestial warlock kind of by accident, and also kind of by accident got herself a wife in the process. Our sorcerer's gender identity is either nervous or fairy dragon habitat. Our bard spent about a month turning into a bunny daily. Our fighter is an isekai transfer from Ravnica, and our ranger is probably the closest thing to a normal D&D character we have, if such a thing exists as a quote-unquote normal D&D character. So you can probably imagine why I might think that this is limiting. So if you are very much into the graph paper and stats, number crunching, all the rest of it, mostly exploration, combat, then this is the game for you from the looks of things. For me, I'm probably going to leave it alone. I can see why Joshua Deutsch liked it. Excuse me. But at the same time, I'm a little surprised if he didn't find it a little bit limiting, given that a lot of his TTRPG experience seems to be World of Darkness. But people like what they like, so that's up to them. But this is very much possibly good for thee, but not for me. And also, I have to return to work tomorrow, which is probably still going to be a shit show. So that's probably about enough of that anyway. Write-up will be on Ko-fi as per usual, and I do have plans to get every VOD I'm currently sitting on posted to my YouTube channel over my week off, which is next week. So, again, I don't paywall anything on Ko-fi, and I'm not sure I even have the spoons for actual monetization. But if you liked what I do, maybe tell a friend. I'm still a few followers shy of affiliate, and I'd really love to be able to have some flexibility in the scheduling, which if you have to be an affiliate to get. Also, charity live stream at some point, probably. Again, assuming spoons enough. So for Wednesday, I will be picking up Dustpunk, which was what I was going to be doing this session until Joshua Deutsch kind of recommended this demo, and I already had it in the queue somewhere, so I decided, hey, I'll do it now, and unfortunately it was not my cup of coffee. But hey, that happens, so it'll be the somewhat gritty steampunky kind of thing that feels like it's sort of in the same line with Nighthawks and Ether and Iron, so that'll be Wednesday. Should be a whole different kind of interesting. And at the very least, it doesn't sound like it's something I'm going to have to read 3 pages of mechanics about, like the one I did on Friday. So it's going to be easier for me on that particular level. Anyway, I hope to see you on Wednesday, as much because I hope to be up for streaming as that I hope to see you there, but both, which is why I guess I say until then, or until next, have a good one.